Well, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're all having an amazing Thursday afternoon. Hi, guys. We'll put up the disclaimer because some people get their little panties in a wad. So apparently we have to explain fair use to people because I am allowed to use your content, whether you like it or not, as long as I make it transformative. So anyway, the opinions expressed here are strictly my own. We're not dealing in facts, anything here. We're just having a good time, all right? So if you have a problem with that, I'm sorry. Deal with it, all right? Read the last phrase more carefully, okay? Anyway, I'm sorry I have to do that every time now. It's just getting to be a real pain in the ass. So give you a little heads up, the last time we were here, we did a Simply Sara reaction. It's more of a commentation and rather than a reaction, but okay, reaction, whatever you want to call it. So we played her video, and it was the one where it was supposed to be a collab, but it really wasn't a collab with the chef Tevye or whatever his name is, and he wasn't even in the video. It wasn't his content, yet he threatened me, this channel, because he got pissed off because all we did was play her video. Yeah, we're allowed to. We paused it when we needed to. We talked over it. We had music playing in the background. Yeah, it's slightly more transformed than your crap, dude. So he left a comment on the stream page that said, oh, why don't you learn to make your own content? And here's a lesson for you. You just can't use people's content like this. So here's a lesson. Filing a copyright claim. So that's what happened to this. It got yanked off. It's up on BitChute if you want to watch it because honestly, I don't think this guy has a legal claim to her content. But that's just me. I don't care if it's his recipe. I don't care if you quote-unquote collabed. You didn't collab. You weren't on camera. Your voice, your name, anything wasn't on camera. Oh, your name was. I take that back. But after I dug into the stupid video... Anyway, enough of my ranting. I have no idea if we have any moderators today. I know Joe hopped online a little bit early this morning, way before I got out of bed, because I'm not getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Sorry, folks. I'm old and I'm dumb. She's doing okay. Still having a hard time. Gonna be offline probably for a few days. So we send all our love, hugs, and kisses to you, Joe. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you do well. And we'll see you when we see you. Hopefully you'll be back soon. As far as Reaper, he had other things he had to get done today. So I think you're on your own with me. So I hope that's okay. Anyway, now that I've been blathering for the first 2 minutes of the video, let's check out some more Sara. And these are her videos. These aren't yours, Chef. These are Sara's. So you can piss off. If a copyright claim should come from anybody, it should come from her. So, piss off. Let's get into it, shall we? We're gonna start off with, she calls it Parmesan almond air fried chicken. It's air fried, but it's using almond flour, I believe. So I think she really ought to fix the title, but there's a little explanation for you. Hi, Sara.
We're going to make air fried.
And the thing is, we love Sara. We're not being nasty about Sara. We tell everybody to like, share, and subscribe her videos. We put her channel link in the description below, and when we're done, we put all the videos links that we've watched into the content, so you can go back and watch them yourself.
Almond flour and Parmesan
Cheese, shaky cheese.
So I'm going to do a bunch of chicken because we like to have it for lunch with a salad or anything, okay? So, you got to have your wet mixture. 3 beaten eggs with some salt and pepper and a little bit of almond milk. That's what it is. And then we have our dry dredging mixture. We have almond flour, Parmesan cheese, all our spices, salt.
Oh, she's using the Kraft. It's not the ground stuff. It's the because you can buy Parmesan cheese that looks more like that, the stringy stuff.
Pepper, garlic powder, onion paprika.
Paprika? I love you, Sarah. You make me laugh. Thank you. I needed to laugh today because my good friend is not online, and that makes me very sad.
Sage. Ground sage. I think that's it. So that's just all in here. Kind of get in here and kind of, because there's some clumps of the almond flour. Now you could do this with regular flour, okay? You don't have to do it low carb style, okay? And I'm going to put it all in my Ninja Foodie grill in the air fryer part.
That's cool. I love my Ninja Foodie. I have not yet used. I have not yet used the air fryer though.
Chicken on after we bread it and get it all done to go to the air fryer, okay? So we're going to put it in our wet, shake off, put it in our dry, roll, 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 pat on, shake off, and then put it on our thing that's done. So, some chicken legs. Let me take this out. I know you can't.
I have a weakness for fried chicken. It's not the fry. I love chicken done that way. I love it. That's why I was addicted to Kentucky Fried Chicken. They're extra crispy. Oh, when I was a kid, oh my God, I love that stuff. So good.
You need something to wet your chicken a little bit, okay? Into
the dredge.
Your wonderful low carb breading. I kind of like pat it and smash it on the chicken, okay? Make sure you get every part coated, okay?
I'm not really sure. I mean, is almond flour really that less in calories? Really? Okay. Learn something new every day. I'm not going to use it, but.
Now, Jamie doesn't like chicken in the bone, so I got a couple chicken breasts, and I had them because they were Godzilla's chicken breast size.
You don't like chicken on the bone? All chicken is on the bone originally.
So, you could also do this with any cut of chicken. Cut up your whole chicken, chicken thighs. You could do this wonderful
wingies.
Tofu.
Tommy want wingies.
Whatever you want.
That looks like a thigh.
We eat on our chicken like 2 or 3 days. Have it with salads, roast veggies one day for lunch. We also have it for dinner.
Shaking, baby. It's shaking bacon. I helped. Oh my God. Do you remember that? Well, most of you are too young to remember that shit, but oh my God. There used to be a product called Shake and Bake, and kids loved it because they got to help mom. Sorry, I'm not trying to be sexist, but they used to help mom in the kitchen. My mother did the cooking, not my father, so that's why I tend to say mom in the kitchen. But it was really, really simple. Something that everybody could get involved with. It was actually awesome. Actually, pretty good, too. Yeah, because the one thing I don't have is an oil fryer. I would love one.
Pork rinds, a lot of people do that for low carb fried chicken, like air fried chicken.
I just don't want the mess.
And then I'm going to go put this in the air fryer, then I'll have to come back and wash my hands and grab the camera. Unless Betty wants. No, I'm afraid she'll turn you off.
You go, Betty! That must be her sister.
Wash my hands. I'll wash them 2 or 3 times.
I would wash my hands first, then put those in the air fryer, then re-wash my hands, and come back and finish dredging and all that kind of stuff.
Grab the pan.
Just me. She took my advice. She washed her hands first.
My air fryer with chicken.
A little bit of Pam. Wait a minute. Whoa, 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 wait a minute. You're using almond flour because you want a lesser caloric fried dough, right? Or sorry, fried coating. Sorry, my brain is thinking about 20 million things right now, and none of which has anything to do with the stream, and I apologize. But you're going to use Pam anyway. I know there are some fairly low or non-caloric sprays, but Pam had a little bit of calories to it. I have to look that up. Hi, Sarah.
Without knocking you off and turning you off. Okay, I gotta flip the camera. Okay, got it preheated to air crisp, which is the air fry. 390 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna spray it with some cooking spray. I'm using coconut. Then we're gonna put our little chicken.
Okay. See, I had a feeling it wasn't Pam necessarily. I want to see how this fries up, because I want to use my air fryer one of these days.
My pan's gonna hit the floor. Okay. Put my chicken in there. And I'm gonna stick my other little thing in here.
I was always the kid at the table that ate the chicken legs. I loved chicken legs. Little did I know that the best meat was the breast. No, we're not going there. I'm speaking just white meat versus dark meat, that kind of stuff. And I love chicken legs. I absolutely adore chicken legs.
Okay, you see you got it all nestled down in there? I'm going to have to do this in batches. I got my kitchen towel kind of wipe off my hands because I am going to wash my cooking spray too. Spray the tops with this. Cooking spray real good.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
Now we're going to put that...
Sarah, why? Please explain why you're spraying food with a non-stick component.
Down. And it depends on what kind of thickness or what kind of bone-in, whatever you want. You want to cook your chicken till you stick an infrared thermometer in and it comes out to 165 degrees Fahrenheit.
I was going to say 160, 170.
It's going to do carryover cooking.
Typical of the turkey when you do whole turkeys for Christmas.
I am going to flip this halfway, okay?
Thanksgiving, sorry.
So you have to come back to video 2.
We have that coming up next.
Wonderful chicken.
Thank you, Sarah.
So come back to video 2.
All right, Sarah. See you in a bit.
Welcome to another episode of Simply Sara. This is
Hi,
video
Sarah.
2 of the chicken. The Parmesan almond flour.
Parmesan shaky cheese.
Or fried chicken. So this is one of the plates. The other plate.
A little overdone, but not too bad. I still am confused why you would spray non-stick crap on food. It's not meant to be sprayed on food. It's meant to be sprayed on surfaces. I'm confused. Sarah, please help me out.
Just get ready to come out. Get ready to get it out and put it on a plate. See how crispy and brown again? And I did, remember, flip it over halfway cooking. Now, I thought that the recipe I was on was cooking it at 390 degrees Fahrenheit. So I turned it down to 350. I thought that was going to get too brown.
I agree with you. I actually agree with you.
And not enough time for the chicken to get inside cooked. So 350 is the way to go. I found that out. And you cook it until it's done.
And thank you for correcting.
Your
and thank you for the correcting the instructions. That's very, very useful. Unlike the other guy we watch Should I? XYZ, and he just never follows a recipe and wonders why it always comes out different.
Instant read thermometer. You put inside. Pressure is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. And you do have carryover cooking, so it is going to go higher. But look how crispy that chicken is. Now you could totally deep fry this if this is your thing. I'm just trying to do a healthier version.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So see you in the next episode of Simply Sara. Bye everybody.
Bye, Sarah.
Welcome Chicken.
So here's her, this is her creamy garlic mushroom chicken recipe. I'm sorry, I said the M word on this channel. Oh my God, Joe, don't kill me. Please don't kill me. We don't use the M word on this channel. Sorry, folks. Just so you didn't hear me say that. Shh, don't tell Joe.
Today on the show, we're gonna make creamy garlic and mushroom chicken.
She said it again.
What we've done so far. I have browned 4 big chicken breasts because we're gonna have leftovers tomorrow. With a little tablespoon of butter, a couple tablespoons of olive oil in the pan, and the seasoning. You put salt and pepper to your taste. And I did Italian.
I use that.
And then I did the...
I found McCormick's Italian, because I love their McCormick's Italian blend, because it's got, you know, all the right seasonings. It's got a little bit of garlic, a little bit of oregano and basil. Yes, basil, and all the other goodies. I found it in a grinder format, and I love it because it's now all very freshly cracked. Oh, it's amazing. If you can find it in the store, I highly recommend it. It's not cheap. It's a little bit pricier than the regular spice because McCormick's is not very cheap on any of their products. But oh, it's so good. You'll thank me later. Trust me.
This garden herb blend. That's what I choose, but you could use any kind of seasonings you want. So I browned it. They're done. And so now what we're
Those
going
are
to do is
those
we're
are.
going to take them out of the pan because we're going to brown some.
See, I would have cut it in half. I would have cut. These are extraordinarily thick breasts. Holy cow! Hey, Naomi, how are you? That's okay. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing okay.
Onions, garlic, and mushroom. We're going to put the chicken back in too because there's going to be sauce we're going to make.
It's just to make sure that they're cooked all the way through. I would have cut it in half. Although if she's actually taking the temperature,
sauces, I'm going to get them up too because I don't want them to burn. So some of these chickens in the sauces. Some chunky garden herb.
and when you're done with your chores, could you stop over my house? I have a bunch of chores. I am so far behind though. I swear to God, I need to clone Joe. This girl, when she gets in her cleaning mode, which is just about every day, before she got sick, but when she was in her cleaning modes, she would go offline. She'd be gone for hours and hours and hours, and she wouldn't stop. And she couldn't stop herself. She's a little OCD when it comes to cleaning. But oh my God, I kept joking with her that I need to clone you because I need your skills here in this house. It's too much for me. I'm the only one in this whole entire home. Why is the camera all kind of smoky?
Sorry about the stain.
It's getting kind of hard to see in here.
Right under you. Let me move it. There. Is that better? That's staining you up. Okay. What juices is left in here? Your fat is what we're going to saute your onion in. So I got me an onion in my little chopper here.
I do the same thing.
And we're going to chop this up first. Put that in. My mini chopper. This is my Tupperware, and I do sell Tupperware. This is called the Preppin' Chef.
She sells a lot of Tupperware.
Chopper is what I call it.
She has an entire channel, an entire page on Facebook dedicated to her Tupperware sales.
Okay.
What the hell was that?
Turn it down just a tad. And then
What is
I've got
that?
some more onion that won't fit in it.
What the hell is that? Oh, that's from her chopper. Okay.
Onion, and then some garlic cloves. And we'll put it all down in. What's left? My garlic and my onion.
Okay, Naomi. I'm pressing X to doubt. I don't think so, but thank you anyway.
You can use any kind of seasoning you want on your chicken. Garlic powder, onion powder, and Italian cooking would be good.
I do like the mini chopper. I mean, it dices those onions up really finely. I like that.
Lid flip stuff up, so I'm gonna kind of get some off the
I mean,
lid.
I don't have the best knife skills in the world. I can dice onions, but not as good as that. Not as good as that. See how nice and diced they
Now
are?
we're just going to brown this a little bit, about a couple minutes, and then we're going to put our mushrooms in.
No! We're allowed to cook with them. We're allowed to eat them. We're not allowed to talk about them. We're not allowed to see them.
I'm going to turn my heat back up.
This is a request of the moderator, so I have to fulfill her request. But she loves onions, and I love a woman that can actually respect an onion. I really do. It's amazing. I've never really met one. Most women that I know of hate onions for some obvious reasons.
Okay, now goes our sliced mushrooms in. I'm using portobello because that's what I had.
I was going to say, those are huge. And portobellos are typically, the caps can be like that. They're amazing. In fact, I know a restaurant that uses portobello mushrooms for their hamburger buns. It's actually pretty good. Actually pretty good.
Use the kind of mushroom you want.
Doesn't matter, they're all going to
I'm
cook
going
down.
to post the recipe below under the video. That's where all of it, newer videos is written out. The recipes, okay? So you
Don't
should
bang it.
message me for the recipe. Alright. I'm going to let that go about 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 4. And what I'm going to do is get ready to chop up some Parmesan cheese because we need it for our sauce.
Oh, wait a minute. You're going to chop up Parmesan? Awesome. That must be Betty. No, I'm willing to bet that's not Betty. I'm willing to bet that's the guy that sits on the couch while I think his mother makes dinner. I have no idea what they're doing in the background.
Okay. I've got my Parmesan cheese. I brought the block. I put some cubes in here, and we're going to chop that up. You can use the powdered kind or use a microplane and just grate it in. And I need this for the sauce, so.
How the hell did that can just magically appear there? Is this like an island? Is there space on the right-hand side of this?
See, that's what we need, and it's going to melt.
Because she had her hands full, so how did that can get there? Yeah, I got chores. I am so far behind. It's disgusting. I may end up having to hire a crew to come in once I do an initial kind of deep cleaning. I've got shit that I've got to have removed out of here. I've got stuff from the girls lived here. I've got Maggie's stuff that I want to get out of here. I want to donate some of her clothes and some of the things that she had. After 6 years, I've just been so lazy. I haven't wanted to touch anything of hers in 6 years because I'm comfortable with the way the house is. But I've got to. I've really got to start doing something. So we're going to pause this here, and we're going to talk about how she's sautéing her onions and the M words, which we're not going to mention here. And, you know, she's using the leftover fat from the chicken that she sautéed in the pan with a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of butter, I think she added. So, I mean, it should be good. It sounds really good. So the onions and the get spiced the same way, and they impart a flavor. Blah, blah, blah. Please don't do that. Did they take a wall out of this room? Because there's a return vent. Well, I don't know if it's a return. There's a vent in the middle of the floor. Now, usually, those floor vents are usually alongside of a wall. So I'm wondering, and I've noticed that before. I've just never brought it up. So I'm wondering, did they remodel the kitchen at one point to kind of expand it, make it a little bit more open? I think that's what happened, because you can see that vent is really... Who would design a home and put a vent like that? Nobody. Man, those portobellos take a while to saute.
Leave the mushroom part out.
Joe will like that, because Joe hates the M word.
I think that's good. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put chicken broth. So I've got water.
Okay.
And then I've got chicken bouillon to add to the water.
I have never, ever in my lifetime used bouillon that's like that. That would be so much more convenient than the little cubes and you dissolve it in a little bit of water. Or you just buy a thing of broth. I've never seen this squirtable bouillon. That is so weird.
Get it in here. Start getting it, because this is going to be our sauce. Let that start pouring.
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but those look a little large for a sauce to me. Just me saying that. I'm not trying to knock it. I'm not a chef. I don't play one on TV. I do a lot of cooking. I wouldn't use portobellos in a sauce because they're not going to reduce that much. And they haven't reduced that much. You can see that.
Bubbling for a minute. And our mushrooms are going to cook, and then we're going to put our chicken down in here too, if there's any still pink in it. I need some heavy whipping cream too, so as it starts bubbling. And then I'm going to put some heavy whipping cream. You could do all chicken broth and just a splash of heavy whipping cream, however you want.
What you doing, Sarah? Sarah, come back. Ugh. Sorry, my back's starting to hurt.
Stop to do it bubble.
Sorry about that.
I'll let this bubble for a minute.
I had a key on my keyboard.
Put our heavy whipping cream in. Then we'll put our Parmesan. And then after everything melts and goes together, then I'm going to taste it and see if it needs any pepper or salt. Parmesan's salty, so that's why it's probably going to need some pepper, but probably not salt.
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, Parmesan is salty, but as is most cheese. There we go. I see some activity now.
Cook as it's sitting in here, and so is your mushrooms and your garlic.
Shh! You're lucky Joe's not watching. She would leap through that video camera, that screen of hers, and beat the crap out of you. She likes to bully people. I'm joking.
Now we're going to put in our heavy whipping cream, half and half, almond milk, whatever you want to do.
I really don't understand this almond this and almond that fad. I really don't. Are we not worried about the almond supply in the world? I mean, we have far more grains to make flour out of than we have almonds to make almond flour out of. So why aren't people getting all upset about this? Just saying.
And we're going to put our Parmesan.
It's a weird tool to be using. That's it's for fryers, dude. What are you using? Get a whisk.
Bring this up. Let it start bubbling because it cooled off a little bit when I put the heavy whipping cream in.
You think?
I had it sitting out for a little bit. Get some of these onions off my spatula too.
Okay. She doesn't like to edit any more than I do. Because she could have edited a lot of this out and jumped to where it starts bubbling instead of all of us sitting there waiting for it to boil. Because you know what happens, a watched pot never boils, right? It's coming up. It's coming up. Like I said, I love her stovetop. I absolutely love her stovetop.
He's starting to bubble.
Yay!
You can put as much Parmesan you want to it. I'm going to taste a little bit. Okay, welcome back to video 2, the creamy garlic mushroom chicken. You didn't get to see, the video cut off before I could put the chicken in on you. So what I did is I put the chicken breast back in. And I turned this stove down to a low, but it keeps bubbling. I keep turning it down. And let this simmer for a good 5 to 10 minutes. In case the chicken is not put through, because some of these were huge chicken breasts.
Yeah, that's why I suggested cutting the breasts in half and cooking it that way. That way you would actually have you'd have far more leftovers. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but...
Of course, it makes a sauce and stuff, but if you want it a little bit thicker, then make you a slurry with some xanthan gum. About a teaspoon and a half, maybe 2, depends on how thick you want it. We are going to serve this over mashed cauliflower tonight for dinner. So,
oh, that'll be good. I mean, I love cauliflower.
all the mushrooms and the yummy sauce. Now, I did taste the sauce in case it needed any salt, and it don't because all the Parmesan is salty. But I did put pepper in. So I'm getting ready to turn this off and get ready to make the cauliflower. And so that's what we're having for dinner tonight. But you can put anything. So mix this little broth and serve it with mashed potatoes, rice, pasta, whatever you want to. And you don't have to leave your chicken breast whole. You can cube them up too if you want to. I'll give you a good close-up of that.
I'm not a huge fan of sauces like this. First of all, for me, this is way too watery. When you go to plate this, that sauce is going to go, it's going to run all over the plate. So I thicken it up a little bit. I would not use xanthan gum. There's other ways to thicken it up. You don't need to use xanthan. It does work, don't get me wrong. I've used it in the past, but I don't prefer it. It can get gummy, if you know what I mean. See, I wish Reaper was here, because he actually has. Now, I've got a few years in the kitchen. I mean, a real kitchen, a restaurant. But I know he was a chef for many years, so he's got some pretty good information.
So, Simply Sara, see you next time.
Bye, Sarah. All right, so we're looking at a loaded everything bagel, jalapeno popper. Now, I love jalapenos, and I love jalapeno poppers. So let's check it out, shall we? Everything bagel, I think I don't know if this will be weird, because I love bagels. Last time I checked.
Hey y'all, welcome to another
Hi, Sarah.
episode of Simply Sara. Today on the show we're going to make some stuffed jalapeno poppers.
Yay!
Another version that I have found and loved. Okay, it's cream cheese base with some Greek yogurt, some chopped up bacon.
You don't need the Greek yogurt.
Some chives, and some green onions chopped, salt and pepper. And then your everything bagel seasoning. So all that's down in here. So now what we're going to do is just mix everything together. And it's good if your cream cheese is already softened at temperature.
I'm gonna knock this off because I know that a lot of people have issues with the sound that she's making right now. Even if it's in the plastic. See, listen. Yeah. So when she's done, I'll turn the sound back on. But I can't. I mean, if I'm going to use it, I'll probably use, oh shoot, what do I use for baking, what is it?
Now what we're going to do is, make sure you can see me. So we're going to
Hi, Sarah! And I don't like my jalapenos sliced in half either, because I want all that. Just take a knife, a paring knife, and cut off the top and go whoop. You can pare that inner shit out if you don't want the ribs and the seeds very easily. You don't need to cut it in half. That way you can stuff the pepper, right? Isn't that what it's supposed to be? A popper is a stuffed pepper. No, give me a minute. It'll not cornmeal. What the hell was it? Oh shit. There's two types.
You don't like bacon.
Give me a minute. It'll come to me eventually. I haven't used it since Thanksgiving 2 years ago. So when I do my mashed potatoes, I save a little bit of the water, and I add that to it's a. It's a formula mixer that I bought. Oh God, when my children were knee-high to a grasshopper, because you could take it and you could really shake it up and get those lumps out of that formula crap. Because back in my day, we didn't have pre-made formula. You had to make it yourself out of powder. God help these children. So I would take the potato water and I would mix. No, not baking soda, not baking powder. Oh shit! It's gonna make me mad. I'm gonna have to go downstairs and look. And then a friend of mine from where she lives. She lives up in the upper UK. Sorry, the Upper Peninsula in Michigan. She sent me. We talked about Thanksgiving one time. And she goes, well, why are you doing this? They make this, and I remember the product she was talking about, so I went out and bought the same thing, and it's pretty good. I'll sneak away and I'll capture a picture for you, because this ain't working too well today.
Put some of this cream cheese filling in.
Air fryer? You're going to fry these?
We're going to sprinkle a little bit of cheddar cheese and kind of push it down into the...
A little bit. Just a little bit.
And we're going to keep assembling until we get them all stuffed. Now, if you don't like jalapenos, they're too spicy for you, get them little peppers that are about this size. That comes in a pack. You got the red, yellow, and orange, and cut them in half and de-seed them. I take all the seeds and ribs out of these. Leave them in if you want it hard.
Cornstarch.
So,
Cornstarch. So yeah, I think you were right. Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
Keep continuing that, and then I'll come back with video 2. Alright, y'all, welcome back to video 2 of the
Hi, Sarah.
So I put a batch in my Ninja Foodie grill on air fry. We did air fry.
They don't look terrible. I mean, they don't. I'd eat them.
About 5 minutes.
Again, like we always talk about. If I go over, say, if Joe invites me over for dinner, I'm going to eat everything she puts on my plate. Whether I think it's good or not, because that's the polite thing to do. I may tell her, I don't really care for this, but, you know, you're feeding me, I'm going to eat it. Or something stupid like that. You know what I mean? But I'm going to eat it. Because she went to the trouble of making it and that kind of stuff. So.
It's in there, and they're done. You want them to get nice and melty and kind of like brown on the cheese part. The peppers get a little bit done. We like to serve these with ranch on the side. Now, like I said, I've still got more I can eat putting in.
And there is a product that's sold, that's specifically sold for that exact purpose. To replace, and it's not just, it's more than cornstarch. And I'd have to get it's what my friend suggested, and I went out and I bought a thing of it.
Is cream cheese and everything.
If I said it, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
So I'm calling these loaded everything bagel jalapeno poppers.
All right.
So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Let me know what kind of combination you try. And I'll see you in the next episode of Simply Sara. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Sarah. She is such a sweetheart. She really is. Creamy, cheesy chicken casserole. Oh, God help me. How come it's always got to be creamy?
Welcome to another episode of Simply Sara. Today on the show,
I love her shirt.
She's
got merch. Very nice.
So let me show you what I'm going to do. Okay.
Butter in the
I've
pan.
got a pot here with some
Butter.
And don't worry about the recipe. I'll put it below down in the description box for the amount under the video.
And if anybody ever wants to check these recipes out, once I'm done streaming, I modify the page and I put all the links of the, especially for Sarah's stuff. So if you want to go back and look at her, she's got recipes in the description. All right, I'm not going to do that for you, but I give you the links in the description of my stream, so you can go over there and check her recipes out.
Got some melted butter. Now we're going to put in some.
Don't say it. La 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 la. I have to protect my friend.
Okay. And we're just going to coat these in this butter and then let them saute in here. Now I've already went ahead and put my two chicken breasts and shredded it. And then, you put your chicken breast in a pot filled with butter over top of it. And then I saved the chicken broth it made, and then I added a couple more chicken bouillons to it.
Okay, I get it. I think most of us try to do the same thing. That's why I reuse the potato water from when I boil potatoes to make mashed potatoes. I save that, I mix it with some cornstarch, and I add that to my gravy, and boy, that thickens it up beautifully. You cook off the cornstarch a little bit, and it's perfect. It's delicious, and boy, does it work like a charm.
Or you can do cream of soups, like cream of
Hi,
salad,
Jillian.
cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, whatever. But I didn't have no cream of soups in my pantry, so we're going to make our own for this casserole. This is going to cook in the oven too. I just want to get a little start on these mushrooms and stuff too.
Well, you should let people know this is going in the oven really early on, because a lot of people don't have oven-ready pans and pots. Just a suggestion.
About 2 or 3 minutes on your mushrooms is what we're going to do. Cook them for.
It's about right. Again, they won't reduce a whole hell of a lot.
I just sauced them up. These are little white button mushrooms, but you can use any kind of mushrooms you want.
Hi, sugar. How you doing?
We're almost there. Okay, now we're going to put in some all-purpose flour. And this is going to be our thickening for make our own homemade soup to go in our casserole.
But you gotta burn that flour off. It's gonna taste like shit.
Okay, now we're just going to kind of stir this around, let this coat all the mushrooms, and let this cook out the raw flour taste for about a minute. Because you don't want the raw flour taste.
You are not always home. Don't give me that bullshit.
It'll just take a minute.
I'm not sure you meant to type that here. Oh, nose is itchy today for some stupid reason. Miller's blackberry must be like jam or jelly. Oh, blackberry jelly. It's right on the jar, Michael. Just got to read.
You could use oil if you don't want to use butter. Whatever you have on hand.
I prefer butter than oil, but... Oh.
Okay.
I was gonna say, you weren't home earlier today, so... Fabber.
Crack in the bottom of the pot too. You can use the flour in there. Okay.
Sinner.
Now we got that. Now we're
As
going
Tommy
to
Boy
put
likes to
more
say. Sinner.
liquid, our chicken broth.
I'm still trying to figure out the purpose of the flour.
And it'll start thickening.
Because you didn't... Well, okay.
Water on the back of the stove. It only came up to a boil.
I mean, I can understand if you're making a roux, but...
We'll see that after a while.
What? Oh, shit.
It'll take a minute for it to come up to boil. And then start thickening. Okay, now this is where I'm going to put my seasonings. We are going to put some salt. You make sure you check your bouillon and see how salty it is too. So you little bit of thyme in here, and I like to kind of crush it up between my fingers. And then also we're going to put some rosemary. And we're going to do the same with crushing it up between our fingers or hands, however you want to do it. Let some of the oils out. So it's thyme and rosemary, salt and pepper. And we're going to add a little bit of poultry seasoning. Or you could do a little pinch of sage. Whatever you have in your pantry. Not a pinch. Like a half a teaspoon. To a teaspoon, however you want. However seasoned.
Yeah, well, y'all can fuck off.
I'm also going to add
I'm on my break, so
powder
bye.
and onion powder.
It's a lot of garlic.
Alright. It's starting to thick up. I can feel it with the spoon. I'm just stirring all my little seasonings in. Okay, I'm going to get me a spoon. Now that since I got my seasonings and it's starting to thicken, I'm going to taste a little bit of the broth to see if it needs any more salt, pepper, or any other seasoning.
It's got raw flour in it. What the fuck? You didn't. Oh, no, Sarah.
No, I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect.
No.
You can put any kind of seasonings you want in here. You want some Italian, do Italian. Whatever you want to do. Steak seasoning would be good in here. And you don't have to use the chicken broth. You could use beef broth, vegetable stock, whatever you want. They even have, Rather Than Bouillon has out a mushroom base, thick paste. But I can't find it in my store, so I'm going to have to order it online because we love mushroom. That's one of our main soups I use is for mushroom.
Everything she has in her refrigerator goes into this pan. That's lunch.
See, it's starting to thick. It's getting thicker as it goes.
I don't like to use flour for this because flour has a flavor
So it's really
that if you don't deal with it, it can be
not
quite
hot,
gross.
hot. It's like room temperature, so it's going to take a while for it to get back up to hot bean temperature for it to start thickening.
I mean, the cornstarch, all you really have to do is boil it. You know, bring the gravy up to a boil after you add it, and it breaks it right down, and boy, does it work like a champ.
Okay. I'm going to drain my eggs.
All right. Now you got me curious. I'm going to run downstairs real quick. I'll shut the camera off so you can watch the video. I will be right back. I was going to call you Natalie. Naomi, you're in charge. I'll be right back. Thank you.
So let me drain my noodles. Here's where they were. We're back in though. Let them drain all this. We'll come back over. See, it's getting thick. Okay.
All right, I'm
Now
back.
We're going to put
Here we go.
all of our ingredients in. We're going to put our chicken in.
It's gold medals, Wondra.
We're going
Quick mixing flour. I used it once. I really didn't like it. And she swears by it. She swears by it. And I know people that use this stuff. I've seen it in my friends' families' kitchens. But no, I use just cornstarch, a little bit of potato. potato water. It works just fine.
Little chop.
I've been doing it for 20 years. I think if anybody didn't like my mashed potatoes, they would have said something to me, or my gravy. They would have yelled at me by now.
1 onion and 4 cloves of garlic. You can use less onion or garlic more. Right now, the Power Chef, which is the big chopper right here that I'm chopping with, is on sale.
See how nice that is? See how nice this? That's diced. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's finer than I can dice.
I am that.
Safely.
Okay, we go in with my onion and garlic.
And no, Gold Medal is not sponsoring this channel.
Onion and garlic. This will give it good flavor too.
However, I will state for the record, you did add onion powder.
Okay.
So why are you adding onion?
We're gonna put in some.
You added onion powder and garlic powder. I saw you add it.
That's the baby I was choosing for you. Use any kind you want. Broccoli would be awesome in this. I'm gonna put extra peas and carrots because it's my fave and Jamie's fave. And then we have some tomatoes left over from taco salad night last night. I brought out the refrigerator. I want to use it.
Like I said, everything in the kitchen.
Have to use tomatoes.
The refrigerator goes into this soup.
Got two. That's in the fridge. Okay. Now,
Woo, looking busy.
are egg noodles that's been drained. There they go in. Okay, now we're just going to.
I love kushki or egg noodles. I love these noodles. Something tells me we have far more noodle to liquid ratio than we should. Come on, stir it up, Sarah. Let's go, baby.
Chopped up asparagus in here. Whatever veggies you want. Okay. Now, let me turn that off completely. Let me move some stuff on the way. Okay, I'm coming with my casserole dish. And it's already been sprayed.
I keep calling the soup. It's a casserole. Sorry.
I want some of this.
Help, this is from an idiot that kept putting an H on Sarah's name, even though I've watched her videos for the last few years. So today I went through all of the videos, streams we've done on her, and I corrected the spelling. I apologize, Sarah. I'm an idiot.
Splash that I got on the stove. I'll get my casserole. I'm sorry, working with the camera with one hand, I'm so sorry. I'm not a tech person. Okay, so now what we're going to do is pour this in here.
You know what? For not being a tech person, you're pretty damn good. Okay? That's all I'm going to say.
Our 13x9 baking dish.
That is a nice casserole. I love this casserole dish. Very fancy.
Even if you didn't do with noodles, some chopped up cooked little potatoes, kind of cooked halfway, and then they'll finish cooking in the oven would be also good. You don't have to just do it with noodles. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm coming with some cheese.
Nope, that's okay. I want nothing to do with Shani. Sorry, dude. Nope. Nope.
Corn would be also good in this too.
Yes, corn would be very good. Corn goes with everything almost. I love corn.
Use any kind of cheese you want. Now you can leave the cheese out. I'm going to kind of sprinkle some in on top and mix it in.
I don't think I would use cheddar for this, though.
This is a mixed blend cheese, a Colby Jack.
Okay, Colby. I would use Colby.
Cinnamon noodle casserole.
Good choice. Good choice. Good choice. I like Colby. I love Colby Jack.
So let me kind of stir that in. I should have stirred my cheese in with it. I don't know why I did that. You could do a cheese layer on top, whatever you want. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to come with a topping. I'm going to use some panko breadcrumbs.
Okay. Love Pango. Big Pango fan here.
You could use any kind of breadcrumbs you want. Your own. Some stale garlic bread. I always say my garlic bread if we have some left over.
That works really deliciously for Thanksgiving.
Freezer,
Oh yeah.
and then put it back on the toast and toast it up and grind it up in the chopper, the Power Chef. Make some garlic bread crumbs for casserole and stuff.
That's a lot of panko. You sure? Okay.
I'm just going to use what's left in this little container. Make sure you cover it all. Okay. Now, we're going to come with a little bit of sprinkle of some parsley to make it look pretty. You could even do rosemary and thyme on top. That would be pretty too.
That would be, and also be tasty. Fresh thyme, fresh rosemary. That would be really yummy.
Okay, let's do that.
Thank God.
Not rosemary.
Sorry, buddy. I have no interest in watching anything about Shani. Sorry, Alex. Snap. Have no interest at all.
And let's even sprinkle a little bit of poultry seasoning on top too.
Okay. Okay.
You just want to do salt and pepper on top?
Poultry seasoning.
You do that. Okay. Put a little bit of pepper on top too. Now I'm not going to put salt because I tell you what, the butter that I'm using, now the butter to go over top, is got salt in it. So if yours is unsalted, you might want to put a little salt.
Why are you pouring butter?
These are going to help these breadcrumbs brown up, get crispy, so pretty on top. Okay. Now what we're going to do is stick this in the oven at 350 degrees. Since everything's done, probably about 20 to 25 minutes, maybe 30.
I was just thinking 25 to 30 minutes.
Video 2 after it's done.
Because everything else is
So see you back with
basically
video
cooked.
2.
Bye, Sarah.
Hey y'all,
Hi, Sarah.
Simply Sara. Today on the show, we're going to make no bean chili.
I don't know why you would make chili without beans. Yeah, you know what? I don't know what happened to the second. Hang on a minute. I could have sworn I downloaded both of those. Come on. Are you kidding me? Well, here, let me go look for it. Stop it.
What?
We're not going to watch it again. We're going to watch the other one. If I can get it up here. Come on, dude.
Welcome back to video 2 of the casserole. The
Creamy cheesy chicken casserole.
chicken casserole. I should call it creamy chicken cheese. Creamy chicken. Creamy cheesy chicken.
Oh, those panko came out nice.
Okay, it came out of the oven.
I'm impressed.
Now I put my after it gets done, I did it for 25 minutes at 350 degrees, and then I browned the top also under the broiler for about 1 to 3 minutes.
I just love this casserole dish. Oh my God. See how deep it is? It's got to be 3 inches deep. That's an amazing. This is something you need for if you're going to have parties and stuff like that.
Okay. And so I let it sit for 20 minutes before dipping in.
Hear that crunch?
I just want to get some, put it in a bowl right here. This is going to be Jamie's. Now this has your veggies and everything in it. Now this is a complete meal, but if you want to serve it with something, a side salad would be awesome with it. Like I said, broccoli, corn, whatever kind of veggies you want. You can see the cheese poured on it. Alrighty. That looks so good. It smells so good. I don't mean to explain that. I've got that thing hooked to my cabinet to hold the phone. It smells so good. Of course, you can make it all veggies and leave it out the chicken or whatever. You can put ground beef.
Sure, absolutely.
Whatever you want to do. It's still popping hot.
Yeah, I can see the steam coming off of it.
When I leave it set for about 20 minutes, the juices like thicken up even more and stuff like that.
Come on. All right, Sarah. Come.
Some fresh rich crackers if you want to, and do your little butter thing. Instead of the panko breadcrumbs. Look at them. It's a yummy, yummy, warm, hearty casserole.
Perfect on a cold winter's eve. Sitting in front of the fireplace with a blanket.
So I thought this would be a nice meal to like comfort and warm you up. So I'll see you back in another episode of Simply Sara. Bye everybody.
Bye, Sarah. Thank you. All right, now I got to get back to where I was.
Welcome to another episode of Simply Sara. Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Simply Sara. Today on the show,
Hi, Sarah.
we're going to make no bean chili. So, I'm ready to go.
Some people say if there are no beans, it's not chili. So I'm curious, what does everybody in the chat have to say? My chili has beans in it. I love chili beans and black beans and kidney beans, and I'm just a bean fan.
Got my ground beef going in.
I see a little bottle of Frank's.
Onion. I'm going to use my Power Chef. An onion and a couple cloves of garlic are in here. And then we're going to put that right down in this pan after we get it chopped. And then we're also going to chop our well, if I put it right in the thing.
You're a heathen! No, that's it. However you like your chili is how you like your chili. This was not a right answer, wrong answer. There is no right answer or wrong answer. I prefer bean. Seems like Naomi likes beans too. You don't have to have beans. You don't have to have beans at all. That is a different type of chili. I was just curious, because I know a lot of people don't like beans. I want to get one of these things. Maybe I should contact her through her Facebook, her Tupperware Facebook page. Hard to hear you, Sarah, sweetie. Excuse the noise from outside.
I need to be getting up.
I live on a four-way stop corner. It's a real pain in my ass.
So I thought, okay, today.
My wife and I swore if we ever moved out of here, we were never, ever, 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 ever living on a corner again. Ever.
Good day. Okay. Okay. So we've got a ground beef. We cooked it till there's still a little bit of pink, and we put our onion or garlic in here and our bell pepper. That's the only thing that's went in here so far. So now let's put our spices.
My favorite part.
Down below in the description box, written out, is going to be the recipe. Cumin, smoked paprika,
Paprika.
onion powder.
Holy shit! So here's the thing. You've already added onions to it, and you added at least a tablespoon of onion powder.
Powder. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper to taste.
Stick some of that Frank's in there, baby. That'll heat it right up.
We need a little bit of oregano.
Oregano and chili?
I gotta check this out so it'll come out.
No, oregano doesn't belong in chili.
Of course, chili.
Sorry, it doesn't.
You gotta have chili powder or do chili. Like a tablespoon of chili powder. Or two, depends on how
Or
much
two.
pot you're making. For the recipes right now, it'll be a full pot. This is gonna be a half a pot. So I only have a pound.
Hang on a minute. I gotta respond to a coworker. Give me a second.
Calls for 2 pounds. So we're blooming all of our spices. Next goes in our tomato paste. So when you get a can of tomato paste, I always freeze what's left over. So it was a big can, so this is one of the small cans of tomato paste. What was left?
I've never frozen tomato sauce. I mean, once I make it, yes, I've frozen pizza sauce, that kind of stuff, but I don't take a can of tomato sauce and freeze it.
Blue mark tomato paste. It's gonna be good. Alright. Next goes some Worcestershire sauce.
Yay! I love Worcestershire sauce. Oh, come on! Be a little bit more generous than that!
Beef broth. And then we're going to open a can of diced tomatoes, too. Put the whole can in there. It's juices, so I need to open that can. I just love my Tupperware can opener because, you know, normally can opener goes all around like that. Ours is different. So, you open this little legs, take that little wheel, and you're going to butt up against the can, close this little legs, you pick it up, you got it. And then we go around. Now, normally a regular can opener will make sharp edges. This does it. On the lid or can, it's just separating the glue.
What? Whoa, 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 wait a minute, sir. It's just separating the glue? Sweetheart, I don't think you understand how this operates. Do you know how a can is sealed? They don't use glue.
From the lid and can. Okay, and then open the legs, take this little beak, and we're going to get on the, then it closes this little leg, and then we'll pull up the top, and then all that goes in. And I love it.
What it does is it cuts underneath the crimp that holds the lid in place. It cuts underneath that all the way on the edge, on the can side, not on the lid side.
Because it's no sharp edges on the lid or the can.
There's no glue. It works on the crimp. Exactly how that works.
Now, if you want to do a fire roasted, you can.
Yes, 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 yes.
Beef broth,
I love fire roasted tomatoes.
diced potatoes. Remember, I'm doing a half of the recipe. So
I use that in my tomato sauce, my
down
pizza
below
sauce,
for a full
everything.
pot.
I love it.
So,
What?
what we're going to do is almost done. Normally, in a full pot, we're going to simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes on low. So this half pot, I'm just going to simmer for about 10 minutes. You can put a bay leaf in here. Normally I do. I'm totally out of bay leaf.
No, I wouldn't put bay leaf
I'm
in the
gonna
chili.
come back.
I've never used bay leaf
too.
chili.
So to show you how
Tomato sauce, pizza sauce, yes. Chili, no. Hi, Sarah.
Our chili has simmered, or no bean chili. It's got real thick. Look how thick it gets. If you let it simmer, and some of that beef broth pulls out and stuff like that. Now, if this is too thick for you, add a little bit more beef broth, water, whatever you want.
Tomato sauce.
We want to ladle the bowl up. Push it down here so you can see our chili. And then, of course,
I would garnish it with green onions and maybe a touch of rock salt.
we're going to garnish it.
And cheese. Absolutely, got to have some cheese.
Yeah.
You can use chives if you don't want to use green onion.
With crackers.
Oh.
Whatever you want to do. And then, of course, you need, if I had some jalapenos, I put it over top.
Jalapenos.
Cheese and Monterey Jack cheese. So this is what we're going to do. And you see, there you go. There's a good up close up. So that's what we're having for dinner. No bean chili. This is perfect too when you have one of Jamie's favorite. If you have some macaroni and cheese left over, the next day make some no bean chili. Put you some macaroni and cheese in a bowl, warm it up before you lay some chili over top.
Absolutely, chili mac and cheese. It's delicious.
Really yummy. I hope you like this episode. Tell me what you like to eat with your chili. What you put on top as a garnish. See you at that next episode of Simply Sara. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Sarah. We'll see you soon. She likes using Parmesan to make a cream sauce. There's at least 4 or 5 different videos where she does the same technique. Excuse me. So we're gonna do pasta with veggies and her cream sauce.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Sarah.
Say bye this time.
You're awfully quiet, sweetie.
Hey, I hope I stay live this time.
We do too. We do too, Sarah. We love you, girl.
I kept trying to say not. And it would get me all up, and then as soon as we get started, it start talking about what was baking and the dish and stuff, and then my internet would disconnect. I kept trying to reconnect. I don't know what the issue was. But anyways, that's what we're going to do. I just prepped everything and then put it in baggies and put it in the fridge so I can make it for you. So we're going to take that pappardelle pasta and we're going to add some veggies to it, and we're going to make a Parmesan cream sauce. So, let me turn you around. Now remember, I'm working with a tripod.
So are a lot of people.
Now we've got a saucepan right here. Hold on.
She's having trouble today. This must be an older video.
Landscape mode, I hope. I hope I do. Tighten that little wheel a little bit.
There you go. I like the owl salt and pepper shakers. Those are cute. Those are cute. And like me, she's got red pepper flakes right on the top of her stove because we use that shit in just about everything.
I've got that saucepan with a little bit of...
And that's how I am with Frank's hot sauce. I put that shit in everything.
About 2 tablespoons. And it's melted in here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a half of a chopped onion and 1 bell pepper chopped up. Use any colors of peppers you want. So we're just going to kind of salt.
I want to know why I can't use my Discord emojis here on gosh darn YouTube. I have some cute emojis, man. I'm actually rather proud of the green fairy emoji.
Well, that's going.
As crappy as that thing is, it actually looks pretty decent at the scale it is. If you blow it up, it looks like shit. So. And I love Stabby and Stabitha and the blood sisters.
Garlic, if you see it.
Those are my favorite 4.
So about 4 cloves worth, and all we're going to do is... You can put it on the counter, and it has this silicone down here, so it'll help it with the slide and stuff. You can use regular butter, but you can just hold it in your hand and just chop away. Now you don't have to use fresh garlic. You can get the garlic.
The pre-minced garlic.
In the jar or the sun, or if you don't like garlic.
Oh, you get the paste. I love garlic paste. Garlic paste and not sardine, but shit. Anchovy. Anchovy paste. I use that shit in my pizza sauce. It adds a flavor nobody can identify it. I love it. Nobody. They're like, what is that flavor? Hitting the back of my throat. That's so amazing. I don't want to tell them because most people don't like anchovies, especially on pizza. But it adds this taste. Oh man, it's delicious.
The lid too, because some fall up when you're chopping it little pieces, so I just scrape it off the lid. Okay, now we've got our garlic. So we're just going to saute all this together for about 2 to 5 minutes. Turn it up a bit. Now I can't see the comments when it's down like this. So I'm trying to show you what I'm doing. Now if you don't want to use butter, then use a little bit of olive oil, or avocado oil.
No!
You can really smell this garlic and onions going.
And Naomi, it only takes a little bit, but the garlic paste, it is so convenient. You keep it in the fridge. It looks like a tube of toothpaste. Don't brush with it unless you are trying to scare away vampires. This shit is nasty. But oh man, it's so good. And easy to deal with. Not very expensive. If you mention this word again, Sarah, I'm going to have to ban you from this channel.
They're just sliced up mushrooms. If they're real big, then it's
Sorry about that little ambulance activity outside. This is weird because the closest emergency room here in Lakewood, since they closed down Lakewood Hospital, is all the way in Fairview, which is about 12-minute drive from here. So, good luck, my friend. I hope you're okay.
Over on the other side of the back of the burner, coming up with water to boil the noodles. So you add as much mushrooms as you want. I'm probably going to add a good half of this big package.
Those look like snow caps to me. If I'm not mistaken, those are snow caps. We used to grow those over in Pennsylvania.
We love the mushrooms, and I don't want to put it to it.
Shh! I told you.
Okay.
Don't mention that word, Sarah.
We'll save them for another dish.
You don't want Joe over there bully your ass. Trust me, you don't want that. I will fear for your life.
Back and forth. It's hard to do stuff with the whisk. I actually got the whisk out to do the cream sauce with it.
Yeah, a whisk is not meant to stir. A whisk is meant to whisk. You can't whisk in something like that.
You can saute your mushrooms a long time, or just give them a little bit of saute, because they're really going to finish off in the cream sauce. And then we're going to put some other veggies in here too. We've got some tomatoes, some spinach leaves,
Okay.
some green peas.
Oh, I love me some peas. I love fresh peas.
We're going to add this in. Now, this would probably be your first step to do because I did it, but y'all couldn't get to see. So, all I did was brown up a pack of the Morningstar bacon strips till they're crisp, let them cool, then I run them through the big chopper and just chop them up. So if you're using real bacon, you need to put your bacon strips in here, let them get crispy, turn them, let the other side get crispy, put them over a plate. After they get done,
Drain
put
them.
them over a plate to let them cool so you can crumble them up. And then you want to leave your bacon drippings in here with your, when you also add butter to it. So this is going to make a yummy, yummy sauce.
It does. And I, excuse me, don't know what's going on today. And I remember a number of my friends' mothers, yes, don't sue me, when I was younger, most homes, the wife was to stay at home and the father went out to work. Anyway, I knew a lot of my friends' parents that would save bacon drippings on the back of the stove. Sunday morning, after they cooked, yep, they would save all that yummy stuff. Oh, man.
I hope you're all following along with me. Oh, there's a couple more big ones. I'll just take my little spatula and chop a little bit. Okay. So, we got that. So now, let's start working on the cream sauce base to go in here. Now this is when we're going to season. We're going to put pepper, ground black pepper,
Salt.
some salt, and some basil. You can put oregano, garlic powder, onion powder, whatever.
And by the way, you can buy all of these spice containers from Tupperware. Absolutely. Except for the McCormick's.
My plates were a little bit big in this shaker, so you gotta shake to really get them out of there.
Shake.
So you can do as much as you want. I want a good amount of basil. And the mushrooms and veggies you're going to put out their juices. That's fine. Okay. Next, we're going to put 2 cups of heavy whipping cream in. Now, if you don't want to do or regular milk, that's good too. I actually put in a little bit more than 2 cups because we got a lot of pasta and I like it extra soft on my pasta. So that's to your preference.
I'm the same way.
You don't want to use
I love a
any
lot of
kind
spaghetti sauce on my pasta.
milk or milk-based products. And almond milk, soy milk, rice milk, whatever you cook with of the non-milk. Go in. Now, what we're going to do is we're just going to add our peas in. So we're just warming everything up. As soon as my little sauce starts getting warm, like our heavy whipping cream, then we're going to add some Parmesan cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Put our bacon in.
I see what you're saying. Yep.
I'm not going to use all the bacon. A little. We still have some left.
Got to save it for other dinners. That would be good, though.
And if you don't like any kind of bacon, now remember this is fake bacon we had, but you can use real bacon.
You can use ham hocks, all kinds of stuff.
Leave it out.
That too.
Tomatoes,
The problem is that aids that.
So you add any.
Sorry, that adds that.
If you want to that
adds that savory bite. You know what I mean? Bacon gives savoriness, a little salt, that pork flavor. Oh yes.
So I'm trying to get this up to heated so we can incorporate our Parmesan cheese and get it.
Think we share the same problem today. I'm a little verklempt.
Now you can use Pecorino Romano.
No, actually, for
like
this,
Parmesan,
as much as I don't like your sauce, I'd use Parmesan. Parmesan makes a nice white sauce. It really does. An off-white. It's not quite white, but you know what I mean.
Or you can use some of the vegetarian vegan cheese.
So are you working tonight, Reaper? You have a stream that you're modding on tonight? Or are we going to watch some movies and really have some fun?
Try to get this warm. That way it's warm good enough to start melting our cheese. And of course, you know, I'm going to save a little bit of Parmesan to sprinkle on the top for our garnish. So, let me bring this up so I can talk to you. While we wait for our sauce to heat up. We still got our pasta water. It's halfway to the boiling point. Thank you. I try to explain every detail as I can because I want people that don't cook to learn how to cook.
You're getting a weird effect from the lights.
And like I said,
you're getting like a triangle of dots. Oh, that's weird. Can't quite tell where that's coming from.
And fold in some roasted butternut squash.
It's angling off the lens of the camera on the phone.
There's all kinds of stuff. Now remember, if you don't like garlic powder, you can do, fresh garlic or the chopped garlic that's already in a jar. You would use garlic powder or leave it out. Thank you so much. Everybody says my voice is so soothing.
I didn't realize she was live streaming these. Because what's recorded isn't live. Damn, the hell.
And then all we're going to do is when your water gets to the boil, drop this, follow the back of the package. Some people want more dunner pot.
More dunner?
Some people like it with a bite.
Some people like it overly al dente.
But you can use any pasta. You don't have to use this pappardelle. I hope I'm saying it right. Probably am butchering the name of it. Bow tie would be good. Fettuccine. Regular spaghetti noodles would be good too. I don't know why it's so dark down here. I feel like I got a shadow. Dark shadow. Now if you don't want to go the pasta route, take a spatulazer. Do use some zoodles out of zucchini and yellow summer squash.
Okay. Or use spaghetti squash and you can make spaghetti, which is, I think, is the coolest fucking thing. I love spaghetti squash. Because you have no idea it's real or not until you eat it. And then it's like, oh.
You can see the steam coming off.
Just not feeling it? Yeah, I was almost there this morning. I was like, I really don't want to stream today. Sorry, especially with Joe not being here. Come on. You gotta know I do a lot of this for her, right? Okay. So when she's not here, it kind of takes a little oomph out of it. But I enjoy your company, and I enjoy Naomi's company and Megan when she comes in. So I figure, what the hell. But I do miss her. I miss her terribly.
If you want a thicker sauce, then you would have to add a little flour in here, and you would add it after you sauteed your peppers and onion. Sprinkle a couple tablespoons of flour, and then stir it all up. Let your flour cook out for about 30 to 60 seconds, and then I'll add all your other stuff. I like this because the noodles start soaking up all the goodness. So I like mine more runnier.
No, I get that. I get that.
A little more. As that cheese melts into it. So I'm going to give that cheese another 2 or 3 minutes to make sure it's all melted. And then basically we're waiting on our pasta water. And you'll see it
pasta water
on the back of the
Oh, never mind. I thought she was going to do something with the pasta water. She was going to scare the shit out of me.
And now I'm going to put some salt when this water comes to boil. I'm going to put some salt.
I always do that.
Because that's the only chance you got to salt your pasta. Give it a little bit of salt to it. Because right now it don't have anything but probably flour and water. Here, what else? It's got...
You know, and if you are not up to it, don't push it. There's no need to. We'll be here tomorrow. You'll be here tomorrow. If you feel better tomorrow, stream tomorrow. It's okay. It's really okay.
And it says to cook this.
And even if you were getting paid to stream, dude, when you don't feel it, your audience is going to be the ones that are going to notice and are going to, you know what I mean, are going to be like not entertained. So it's fine. It's really fun. Do it when you're ready.
Should have picked up some fresh basil, and I could chop.
I also put, in addition to a pinch of salt, I also put olive oil in my water when I'm making pasta. Whether it's spaghetti or a bow tie or elbow, I always use a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I just love what it does to the noodles.
Pop it as a garnish. Now my sauce is done, so I'm just going to turn it off. And the residual heat of the burner will keep it warm till our pasta's done.
Hope so. Each creator deals with it on their own terms. Some people feel obligated when they're getting paid for content. And I totally get that. To them, it's more of a contract. You're supporting me for X, Y, Z, and I need to provide that, right?
Okay,
and if
I
I
want
don't,
that, so
you should take your
now
money
let's
and
salt
unfund me and go away.
toss
You know what I
it
mean?
real good.
But yeah, you're right. You're right. You don't need to add that
And
much
then
salt.
we wanna
Honestly,
start
you really
dropping our
don't.
little eggs nest.
I've actually never. I've eaten this pasta, but I've never cooked it before.
And I'm gonna cook all this pasta. Because whatever we don't eat, we can eat for luncheon tomorrow and Saturday.
I really wish you wouldn't be just dropping that shit in there and splashing hot, crappy water everywhere.
I'm just going to use a really big spatula. I know this thing's going to have it too. We're going to roll with it. Alright, now I'm going to set my timer for that. And then that's that. We're going to wait for our pots to get done. And then we're going to drain it.
And then we're going to dress it with all this yummy Parmesan creamy sauce. It's more like a fettuccine Alfredo, really, is what she's making. Sort of, if you want to think about it. Oh man, Alfredo is a Parmesan-based cream sauce, so pretty much the same thing.
And it don't plan out. There's a lot of times like this week it didn't plan out. Last week, a couple of them didn't plan out because of other stuff. We were eating up leftovers, company popping and whatnot. So, I just, whatever happens on my channel. I still make a meal plan to kind of make sure I keep stuff in the house and stuff. But, basically, we just roll with it now. He is napping. He's always napping. That's where Jamie is. I actually do have a couple of pins on my Pinterest that I've been wanting to do as a kid over there.
Like I said, I didn't realize she filmed these all live. Or not all of them, but a lot of these she filmed them live. Because she's reading comments off chat.
Marinara sauce or spaghetti sauce. I like the chunky veggie. And we don't... I keep meatballs up, real meatballs on hand in case we have company. Sometimes I keep baked meatballs and I just throw them in. I like spaghetti with a veggie marinara or spaghetti sauce and just Parmesan cheese. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, turkey and meatballs would work good too. If you wanted to add a little bit of chicken, saute some chicken up and cut it up in pieces after it's done and put it in through your sauce. So we really got our pasta water boiling now. I'm going to make room in my sink over here so that way I can drain it.
Exactly right, Naomi. Exactly right. And usually those types of creators are fairly communicative. So they'll let you know, hey, dude, look, I knew I promised you a stream tonight.
I was hoping that.
How about tomorrow night? Or how about Sunday night we'll do something special on Discord? You know what I mean? Most of them communicate with their patrons.
Thingies and just scoop up some noodles. I don't know if we'll fit in the little room and add to the pasta. So we're just going to add it to the strainer here.
Okay.
After it drains. A lot of people keep a cup of the starchy boiling water to add to their sauce. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It just keeps the sauce come together.
No, I don't do that. In fact, I've never done that.
I might do that.
No, I don't think I've ever done that. I don't save the leftover pasta water. Nah.
Half a ladle or a ladle of the starchy water.
because normally they tell you not to rinse off your pasta after it's boiled. Now, I was raised to rinse off the pasta because you want all that excess starch off the noodles. But if you're gonna do a ladle of the water, you might as well just not wash the pasta. That's probably enough.
I just put everything on this channel. It's all mixed and matched. Different dishes and authenticity and cuisines and stuff.
I didn't realize this was a 40-minute video. For Sarah, 40 minutes is an eternity.
I want to make one that's on Pinterest. You all addicted to Pinterest as I am.
All right, we're going to speed it up a little bit. Sorry, Sarah. I apologize.
Usually, since this is a base cream sauce with heavy whipping cream, sometimes milk don't do good freezing it. You can try it if you want. I just have a hard time with it. Yeah, it does to me too. I was saying, I'm going to bed, Jamie, and then I'll get in there with my laptop. I'll say, well, let's look up some new dishes. Or let's go look through my boards and see what's jumping out at me. What do I want to try? 2-3 hours later, I finally call in bed. Yes, it keeps me up all night. Yeah. I'm just stirring my pasta a little bit more. It's almost done. We've got 3 more minutes left on it. Yeah, I'm already stuck in the rabbit hole. Yep. Yep, there's no hope for me. Yes, the bean tossins, like the red lentil, like you said, being the first ones made out of chickpea flour, there's another alternative too.
True, true.
Yes, I use my slow cooker all year long, but I don't use it, faithfully, There might be a couple times out of the month that I use them. Oh no, Pinterest is addicting. I'm going to take some of that pasta water. We still got 2 minutes. That way it'll make it extra yummy. Now, when you leave the pasta sitting in here, they really start soaking up the liquid. You might think you've got it running or too much. I don't think there is such a thing because I don't want to dry pasta dish or anything where they only put a little bit of sauce. I don't know. I need to call. I need to call and check on that girl that has got several people working on it. I need to touch base with her again. She stays busy because she works another job. I stay busy, and once in a while we email each other or Facebook Messenger and say, "Hey, girl."
I think that if you don't rinse your noodles, there's probably enough starch. A whole ladle, though, that's like a cup. I don't know. And I'm not a chef. And honestly, I don't really care. Whatever they do, let them do whatever they do. I don't do it. That's not how I was taught. I was also taught to rinse my spaghetti, but I don't anymore. But I don't reuse. The only water I reuse is my potato water. Because you want to talk about starch and iodine? Oh yeah, baby.
We're working on it. We went through salads. We got them down. So I need to call her and see what we think. And where I keep adding new recipes to the channel, we might have to break it and do tidbits. Like the newer ones. Now I'm going to try to copy and paste the recipe down in the description after the live video goes to the channel and process this, and then you can get it from there. I'm trying to remember to add recipes written down now because everything's in my head. Before I take a recipe for Pinterest or something else, and then I will just tweak it to my taste, take stuff out, put stuff in the jug. All right, let me taste the noodle and see if it's done. I know it's beeping, but I gotta try a noodle. Make sure it's the way we like it. So always take a piece of noodle out. Don't drop it on the floor, drop it on your shirt. Blow it and try it. If it's done enough for you, then it's done.
No, it's only done enough for you. It's not done enough for everybody necessarily.
And it's done. I have to stretch to reach that. I'm gonna drain this. I'll be right back over. Now remember, we already saved a ladle of our starch water, so to kind of, because it gives it some starch and it coats your noodles and lets them get coated and it has like a little film. Okay. We got our noodles, they're popping hot. Now we're going to put them in the thing and I'm going to eat down. Alright, now, this is the whole, I think it's a pound. Sauce. Now, it looks like a lot of sauce, but remember they start stuffing it up.
The first thing I ever made her was my angel hair pasta. Oh my god. She sat there and watched me make it like, oh.
Like me?
It was really, really good. It really was really good.
Let me get a...
And I love angel. It's so delicate and fragile in your mouth.
These are Temptations. I got them off QVC years ago.
And we were married probably... Well, we moved in together after that, probably, I'd say 3 or 4 months later. And we stayed in an apartment as an unmarried couple for a while, and then moved. We bought this home, and we got married shortly after we moved in. It doesn't look terrible. I mean, again, for me, looking at it, looks more like an Alfredo kind of.
And there you have it, my pasta.
I'm not a huge Alfredo fan, but.
And a Parmesan cream sauce. Garlic bread would be good with this.
Oh.
Garlic bread sticks would be good with this. Would sop up more of your sauce and everything. So let me get me a little tiny piece. I know it's gonna be popping hot. You probably want to see me dance and everything. I want to get a little bit of a noodle. I'm going to put you on the table. I'm going to put my bowl over. Then I'm going to bring you over. So I can swirl my pasta on.
And here I thought my house was busy. I thought my house was busy. Oh my.
So you can swirl, get a piece of the pasta.
She uses the Mac. I love you, Sarah. How cute. You use a Mac to do your... Interesting. I should talk to you.
Let me get a hold of a mushroom too.
Come on. Now my first wife actually taught me how to make cavatelli. Actually, it was her mother. But we had a roll, we had a press. We would roll out the dough and feed it into the press and make these cute little. Oh, I love cavatelli. Oh, it is so delicious. But my angel hair pasta, probably the best thing probably the best thing I make. I haven't had the opportunity in years to make it. If I ever get to cook for Jo, maybe I'll make it for her. Although she isn't a pasta person.
Stylizer is zucchini or yellow summer squash to make noodles. I know, be fighting that noodle.
Just eat it. It's not that hot.
Yeah, my pea fell on the floor. I do have another pea on there.
Eat it.
You can taste that Parmesan and the garlic. You know I'm a garlic girl, so.
I like a garlic girl.
My go-to for this dish had me at. Now, on Mother's Day, just did. The recipe I found on Pinterest just did them. Noodles with a Parmesan cream sauce. And they added onions and no veggies. So I got a whole bit of vegged it up. Added more garlic and more Parmesan.
All right.
So
there you have it.
I'm not sure if I'm coming on tomorrow to do grocery haul. I might wait till Saturday and come on and do my meal plan. Fridays are real busy for me because it's my errand day, post office day, shipping out jewelry and whatnot. Get things done, and then come home, put all that stuff up, You can make a little box of lunch for us to eat on. Then we've got company coming on that, tomorrow night to help me with my paparazzi show. So, and then, always come on tomorrow on my paparazzi Facebook channel. If you're not a member, join. I'll add you in. A lot of people come and don't shop. We just chat in the comments about recipes, what I've been doing, and what. Is that piece of parmesan in there? I think it was. And that's also with my.
See what I mean? She's so damn sweet. She really is. We love you, Sarah. You're awesome.
Saturday and Sunday, I've got 2 parties. Both
I can handle you a hell of a lot more than I can handle. What the hell's her name?
All my lives are on channels that they're supposed to be on, like my paparazzi.
Is it Kim? No, what the hell's her name? Oh God, she's disgusting. Kate. Kay's cooking. Oh my God. No. And I won't even watch it to react to it because she makes me sick.
New stylizer, and we're going to do zucchini and yellow summer squash to make zoodle. I don't know what kind of dish I'm going to make with it. I stylizer. I might do a little bit of carrot cake. Stylizer carrot. And then Sunday, we're going to work with the stylizer again. We're going to stylizer a sweet potato and a little potato, and I kind of make some kind of, we call them, it's a Tupperware recipe off the channel, off their website channel. They're called tornado potatoes, where they're spiralized. So that's what kind of dish we'll be making Sunday.
That's kind of cute. That'd be cute for like a bridge club or something like that. You know what I mean? Where you have to make stuff for everybody, and you want to make sure it's really cool. That's my mother. That's my mother, 100%.
On the weekends, I do a Tupperware party. Usually it's just one day on the weekend, but actually I book back to back, so it'll be 2 days. So I'll see you the next live. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming on and chatting with me.
All right, Sarah. I said stop. I said stop. Man, why isn't anything listening to me today? Anyway, we're gonna call it quits there. I mean, it's been a little while, and we've gotten through quite a number of these. We tend to get through about 10 of these in a stream. So anyway, thank you, Naomi. Thank you, Reaper, for coming out today. I do appreciate your company. As always, your company is always appreciated and welcome. And I hope you all had fun today. If you like Sarah, please check out her channel down below and make sure you give her a like and a sub. And check out her other videos. About 10 minutes from now, I will have all the videos we watched today back in the description for this stream, so you can go watch on your own, at your own leisure if you want to, and look at the recipes and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, love y'all. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.